Hey there, Aries. Welcome to your reading this is your February bonus reading. We are going to jump right in here. You have the man and the child here showing up. This is the Gilded Lenormand, and so that's what I'm using for the first row here. And the man and the child can definitely say, be careful of a man-child, for sure. So if you are like looking for love, then I would be careful of any man-children that come into your life. Although it's not always a bad thing. It's like sometimes it can represent attracting someone who is more childlike. We have the Six of Cups in the past. Although having the Six of Cups in the past kind of tells me that you were dealing with a man-child or a woman-child. Again, take it how it resonates. Lenormand is meant to be very specific. It's meant to be read literally, not like tarot, but at the same time, I'm reading for a million of you. So, like I say, it could be anything. But you could have been dealing with someone who wasn't very serious in the past, or a person who was just like too childlike. But we'll see what comes up when we go through this. You start with the Four Swords, and this is how you are entering into the reading with the Celtic cross. And so the Four Swords can represent resting, relaxing, recovering, healing. It can also represent asking for something as well. He is kind of like praying, and there's a person right here who is blessing this other person. So he's kind of like hoping and praying to receive some sort of blessing. And so I feel that some of you could, and you have the Ten of Pentacles right next to this in the area of your very near future, which is great. But you literally could be praying for the Ten of Pentacles or something really good in your life. Your crossing energy is the Emperor, which is you. And so the crossing energy can be what hurts you or helps you in a Celtic cross. This set of readings, there has been a lot about belief, I would say, in the readings. It seems to be a little bit of a collective energy where if we want something, we really have to believe that we deserve it. And, having yourself as the crossing energy kind of says that you are not believing that you can manifest something in your life. It could also just represent the fact that you could be doubting what you are trying to create or manifest. The Ten of Pentacles is definitely some sort of creation in a lot of ways. We don't look at the Ten of Pentacles as a creative card, but, really the Ten of Pentacles is a card of building, leaving a legacy, which could be anything. It could be you creating a new life. It could be you creating a business. It could be you creating a relationship or, a successful relationship or something like that. So, it is a creative card in some way. And I feel that this could be a little bit of doubt. The other thing that gives me a clue here is the moon in the area of your thoughts or what's on your mind. The moon, on a very simple level, is just not knowing what to do. The moon is part of the fool's journey, but the moon represents like secrets, fantasies, illusions, not seeing things clearly. The fool has to go from here all the way to these mountains in the background, and the fool needs to realize that we are only ever unclear about the beginning of something just for the beginning of it. It's like whenever you start something new, of course you don't know what you're doing, and that's the whole point of the moon is like, when the fool gets here, he's not really sure what he is doing because he's on a new journey. But if he keeps going, he will learn and he will figure it out. So I always look at the moon as a process of completion. Now, this is a little trick for you, Aries, because with the moon, we have these two pillars here, and the two pillars represent kind of a distraction to the fool. They basically warn the fool about getting distracted by a shiny object. And, it's like sometimes we work on a project and we get very close to the end and we make a change. We do something different or we say this isn't working and we kind of change direction. The moon wants us to stay the course. And, a lot of astrologers say that Aries is good at starting, but they're not good at finishing things. So I would definitely tell yourself that you are a finisher. I would make sure that if you are working on a goal or, clearly you are, because the Ten of Pentacles can just be some sort of goal or, something you're trying to accomplish. We'll talk about that in a minute. But I feel like you need to tell yourself that you do see things through to the end and that you're going to finish whatever you're working on. You have the Page of Pentacles in the area of your foundation. The Page of Pentacles in the foundation position can, it's a card of studiousness. So, whatever you're working towards in life, it can say that you are you have a good base knowledge about whatever it is that you're working on. The interesting thing about the Ten of Pentacles is that there's an alternative meaning to the Ten of Pentacles, which is that the old guy here, normally he would kind of represent like the inheritance that the Ten of Pentacles can represent, but there's an alternative meaning where he is a beggar and he's coming and he's bringing this family a gift. And so he represents someone who has nothing to give, who is giving something to this family. And so what it means literally is that there could be some hidden or secret information, or there could be something that you could learn about your journey right now or whatever you're trying to accomplish that would help you accomplish it more, but it can represent information from an unlikely source. So you have to tell your brain that you're looking for answers, and it might come through something that you wouldn't expect. It's like, I've watched movies before that have given me like business ideas, like two totally different things, but I'm getting information, right? And so the Ten of Pentacles says, turn your antenna on, pay attention to what's going on, and pay attention to information. Next, in your past position, you have this infinite possibilities card. It says you're on the right path. Favorable energies are guiding you at this time. You have this day and night. It says there's current disharmony due to existing differences in some matter. Yeah, you definitely could have been, like I said, dealing with a man-child, woman-child, whatever. And there could have been too many differences with a past person. I'm not even sure why it's coming up here. Like, whatever. I think that you have moved past it if that's the case. You have the Six of Cups here. Again, maybe in the past you were thinking about a person. I guess the good news about this reading is that this could be saying that you have finally moved past it. Like maybe you have finally healed from the situation, or you finally released it. And, that's definitely a possibility with this card. I would also say that, I really like that infinite possibilities card. It says you're on the right path. Favorable energies are guiding you at this time. The Six of Cups can come up. It can be a gift from the universe and outside of love. And the gift we usually receive is a turnaround, meaning obstacles are being removed from our life. And so I feel for a lot of you that you could be like removing obstacles or, avoiding certain obstacles that you have been experiencing with the Six of Cups. Next, in the area of your very near future, you have this new life card and this to be fair card. So pretty good. I love this new life card. It's actually come up several times during this set of readings, which is pretty interesting. So, as far as the collective is concerned, we could all be stepping into new lives. She's like being lifted up on this pedestal and she is glowing. So there definitely could be a new beginning for you. The To Be Fair card, of course, is a card of balance. It's kind of like the Justice card, and I would make sure that you're paying attention to like what's working in life. I always say with the Justice card that cause and effect is the most important thing. You put energy into something, are you getting something back? If the answer is yes, keep going. If the answer is no, make a change or do something different or stop, right? And it's just that simple. Also, in the very near future, you have the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is everything you want and desire in your life. I really want to encourage you to keep going here for sure with that Moon card. Like I get this energy. Like I'm surprised the Nine of Wands didn't show up here, or even the Seven of Wands I would have taken, because it's definitely giving me vibes of needing to be persistent, perseverant, needing to keep working towards the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is something that we work on for the rest of our lives. It is something that we will work on forever. And so I think for a lot of you, this could be you building your, dream life or your legacy, whatever you want to call it. But I feel you need to not get off the path. It's like whatever you're doing right now, I feel you should keep doing it. Or, if you're working towards a specific goal, I feel like you need to keep going. I mean, we even end with the Ace of Swords, which is a victory or a big success. So I would keep pushing it here. Next, in the area of your outcome row, you have the stability and growth card. You also have this desire and attraction card. We don't really see love here yet. Again, we see past love, which I feel you have healed from or moved on from. But again, we'll clarify through this and we'll see what comes up. But if you do want love, then there definitely could be a lot of attraction. I would be focusing on your own stability, especially the Ten of Pentacles, very stable energy. So, if you do want love, and sometimes I think, let me put it this way, is sometimes I think when a reading kind of talks about love, but it really doesn't, it's really what the reading is trying to get across to you is that focusing on stability, love will be a side effect of that. I think that, for the most part, we should all just be working on making ourselves the best version of ourselves. Like if we do that, then all the other things we want will be a side effect to doing that activity, right? And so it's like we don't have to focus on love. We can just focus on, living the best life, and probably because of that, we will attract love. And, that's what I feel like this is getting at. Next, in the area of the next few months, you have the Five of Wands. I do feel, we have a lot of weird energy for Aries. Venus will retrograde from Aries back into Pisces moving forward. Neptune will move into Aries this year, then retrograde back into Pisces. So we have a lot of this energy of that is kind of like going backwards, in Aries. Now, it's like one of those things where maybe it's causing conflicted energy in your life, or maybe you're just like kind of conflicted about the things that you're working on. The Five of Wands is another card of learning. These people are using sticks, they're not using swords to fight, and so it kind of represents learning from the competition. Or if you are conflicted, it would represent like finding information to solve that conflicted feeling inside of yourself. It might say that you're conflicted because you just don't know. And I feel like the moon is pretty much saying that. You just don't know what the outcome of something you're working towards is going to be. I think, where the rubber meets the road is just continuing to move forward and realize that no one knows what they're doing in life. No one ever knows what they're doing. We're all just wandering around hoping we get somewhere. And so the Five of Wands is saying, if you can get comfortable with that, then you'll probably accomplish your goal. Next, in the area of your closest relationships, you have the Five of Swords. Again, I think that some of you maybe have walked away from a man-child or some sort of situation, so that makes sense. Fire signs definitely seem to be having these kind of like personal conflicts as well. So a lot of you could be dealing with that, especially last year, like especially in the last few months of last year of 2024. I feel people were dealing with like issues or challenges, with their close relationships. It might even just be one, it could have been an issue with a friend or a family member. And so this could be something that's on your mind. We'll clarify and we'll see, what is going to happen. I'm still, again, I'm not sure. It definitely looks like there's something that happened, but I'm just not sure what's going to happen. You have the Strength card in the area of your future feelings. So very good. The Strength card is feeling strong. She has tamed this lion. This lion has its tail between its legs. And the lion represents her inner voice or her inner critic or her inner demons. And she is the one that is in control of the lion. So I feel for a lot of you that maybe you are feeling stronger or you're feeling like you have overcome something. I feel like this whole entire reading is talking about overcoming, becoming an overcomer or whatever you want to call it. Because at the end, your outcome is the Ace of Swords, which is great. The Ace of Swords is a big victory or a big success. The sword is always above the mountains on the Ace of Swords. So I feel for a lot of you that this reading is saying you're kind of like just, it's a very simple, right? It's just saying you're overcoming something that you've been dealing with and you're having a victory. The thing with the Ace of Swords is that it cuts both ways. So usually we have to make a sacrifice to be successful with the Ace of Swords. And with that Five of Swords, I definitely feel that some of you have made some sort of sacrifice. It could have been like, toxic people that were holding you back. It could have been just one toxic person that was holding you back, but it looks like it's leading to a victory, so I like to see that. But let's see. With the Four Swords and the Emperor, you have the Four Wands, marriage. So for some of you, marriage could be on your mind. I also would say that just based off of everything we've talked about, the Four Wands can just represent a commitment that will set you free. I think people forget the Four Wands is really a card of freedom and setting yourself free. And so I feel like you have to have no wobble in what you are thinking about with that Emperor. The Emperor crossing would be you doubting yourself or doubting that you can accomplish your goal. That Four Wands would be making that commitment to accomplish a goal. With the Moon, you have the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups, of course, is about trusting your intuition or following your heart. And with the Moon, I would definitely say that's true. The Queen of Cups, we could be getting intuitive messages, or we could just feel that something is right. So maybe you can't explain it, but maybe you feel that you need to make a change that you can't explain, but it's more of a feeling. And those are the changes that I would be making with the Queen of Cups. With the Page of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, you have the Six of Swords. Moving on to calmer shores, the Six of Swords is a complete fresh start. So this woman and the child in this boat, they are wearing nothing on their clothing, or they're wearing nothing on their backs, but their clothing, right? They are bringing nothing with them across these choppy waters. So they are kind of starting from scratch. I don't think you're starting from scratch, but I do feel like some of you could, I get like a little bit of this, like back to the drawing board type energy where you're going to keep working towards a goal, but there might be some adjustments that you're making with the Six of Swords. they're also being guided. This guy in the back here, he's meant to represent a guide. So it could, with the Queen of Cups and the Moon, it could be a very good time for you to kind of really tap in to your higher self, or to communicate with your higher self through, meditation, listening to your dreams, trusting sign symbols, synchronicities, all those things. With the Six of Cups, you have the Two of Swords here. The Two of Swords is kind of like trying to protect your heart. If you did leave a situation here with a person, I kind of feel this is a good thing. It's like saying that you protected your heart. And, so again, this, maybe you're not seeing it right now, but I feel in the future you will see that you made the right decision. With it, you can't make this up. With the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Seven of Swords. There is another way, is basically what this says, especially with that Two of Swords as well. The Seven of Swords, most people read as lying, cheating, stealing, but the Seven of Swords is really a good card. Golden cards in the tarot are really meant to be positive no matter what. And with the Seven of Swords, he's stealing those swords from the army in the background. But I don't know that I would say there's an easier way for you to create your Ten of Pentacles, but there might be a better way to create or to manifest or to achieve your Ten of Pentacles dream. The Seven of Swords, he doesn't go directly towards the goal. He finds a better way of accomplishing the goal. He doesn't want to go to war, so he is stealing those swords from the army so they can't go to war. He is avoiding conflict. And I would definitely say, going this way, to the Five of Wands, that avoiding conflict would be a good idea. With the Five of Wands, you have the Ten of Cups. So there you go. Fortune after difficulty, happy home, happy family, good things happening after a difficult period of time. So really, this would say that you're overcoming some sort of conflict. The Ten of Cups also represents choosing happiness. And so with the Ten of Cups, these people are standing in the real world, but they are focusing on the 10 Cups. They're not focusing on all the problems that are going on around them. And so I would definitely say, this gives me the vibes of maintaining your vibe, making sure that no matter what is happening, that you're always maintaining a positive state. That will definitely help you accomplish things faster. With the Five of Swords, you have the Knight of Swords. Classic jumping to conclusions type energy here. So some of you might have dealt with a problem with people in your life, jumping to conclusions. In a lot of ways, I feel this is challenging, because if you've had problems with people you care about in your life, it's kind of like people have shown you their true colors, which can hurt. It can hurt, plain and simple. And so the Knight of Swords I look at as kind of like a person. He is forcing this horse to run. So it's a person who is like jumping to conclusions, like I said, or, causing a problem too quickly. They made a hasty decision. And some of you could have had a person that did that. With the Strength card, you have the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is your emotions overflowing, being very happy. Again, choosing happiness. With the Strength card, it's about inner strength. We have to develop our own inner strength with the Strength card, and we have to do this every single day. And so we have to create flow with the Ace of Cups, and that's what I would focus on with that Strength card. Like, how can you do more things in your life that you could do endlessly? That's how I look at the Ace of Cups, because that cup can easily reach down into the water below it, and it doesn't have to struggle to get energy. So that's what I would be focusing on here. With the Ace of Swords, you have the Justice card. If you have dealt with a problem with a person, there clearly could be justice, but I think justice is really the answer to your reading. That paying attention to cause and effect and making sure that you do what works and you avoid the rest is going to probably be most beneficial for you here, Aries. So that's what I would focus on. You have this Lion card. It says time to act. Yeah, it's time to act on the Ten of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is laser-like focus. You have to stay focused on one thing, see it through to the end, become an overcomer. That's what I'm going to say to you. It's like, yeah, there might be an obstacle or something you have to overcome to accomplish your goal, or there might be something you have to learn with the Page of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. Five of Wands can be a good thing. It can represent learning from the competition. It's like you don't have to take part in the competition, but you can look at the competition and you can make changes based off that. You have this, here's another one you can't make up. It says Unicorn. Use your intuition to make beneficial changes. Six of Swords, Moon, Queen of Cups. I was getting intuitive change or intuitive decision was kind of popping into my head with those three cards. So I feel you trusting that intuition and making time to meditate or go for a walk or whatever you do to get answers would be a great idea. You have this tulip card. It says great passion on it. So I also think that you are probably trying to create a life that you can be more passionate about with the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups can represent love, but I really feel this reading is about I kind of feel like this reading is about the Ten of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords and the Moon, like something that you're trying to accomplish. And I feel that your passions will kind of guide you. You have this July card, and this Valley card says deep personal strength and peace that assures success. Yeah, I feel like if you keep going, it's like this is what you're going to get to. As long as you don't give up on your goal at this time, Aries, you are going to get to this place of peace. At the end here, we have this pail, and the pail says time to get out of a situation. Yeah, if there's a person or a group of people or something that is causing conflict and Five of Swords, that is definitely what I would remove myself from if I were you. But all in all, going in the right direction as long as you stay confident, right? So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your month.